Hey everyone, happy Monday. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Man, it is hard to get back on track from a holiday weekend. It's the worst time to have to restart everything and go back into, you know, adulting. Oh, thank you, Janice. I appreciate that. Chai Crimes coming through with the membership. Thank you so much. Almost to the finish line. Oh boy. Hope we are. Bright Eyes said, "Who is TurtleBoy?" Sorry, let me set this up over here. Did you all enjoy your holiday weekend? Okay. Hey, Megan, Wandering Sub, Poetic Justice. So we went over a little bit of this on, I guess it was Friday, when there was a lot of things going on with it. And it was rather new, right? So there was just basically the woman's side from Twitter and or X, whatever you call it now. And then Turtle Boy came out and spoke on it. And ooh, was it interesting? Oh, thank you, Grammy. Thank you so much for being a member. I watched this drama all weekend. I know. I know it was interesting. Yay, Lucia. The cannonball. Don't know a lot about Turtle Boy, but I'm definitely intrigued. Yeah, I have quite a bit to talk on about everything that had happened over here in this sector and a lot of things that I haven't said, a lot of things that I've been told have been said, messages that I've been sent, and all of that good stuff. And I'll probably do that in a little bit, to be honest. I don't know if I'll do a members only or just go live later on, but I have a lot of things to say about a lot of things that have been happening. Gary, one red rose. Holy shit, 40 months. Look how far we've come. I hope you're doing well. That is literally insane. Thank you so much. From the beginning. Thank you. X is always wild. Hey, Pika. Grandma Chris, travel safely. Oh yeah, Megan. Oh, I guess that's right. I haven't even spoken to anybody about it. Miss Liverbird, Zero Fox. You know what I need to get? I need to get like an intro. No, Candy. No. Unfortunately not. I be listening and shit when you be talking and shit. Hey, ever love me? Nobody says you don't much. That's why folks don't like her. Definitely no. Oh, I don't know what's going on there, Pika. I haven't paid any attention to her. Does anybody ever though? Jen, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Tomorrow is my birthday. Um, dang, I didn't even know about that, Pika. Huh. Hey, Summy, what's up, girl? Now I'm intrigued. The hell did nonsense do? It is, Cindy. I forgot to get it. There are a few people who think Karen Reed was not guilty, but who always had the foresight to recognize that Aiden is an issue. Okay, I'm here for all that with my discernment. You need a grainy intro, just like an old lady sitting there knitting. Hey, Revival. I know me and my saint. There's just too much to consider there. No intro. One thing I like about it here is that when I click on notification, you're here. I don't have to wait 10, 30 minutes for music I don't even like to play. Well, I wouldn't do music, but I get it. I get what you're saying. Now Pika has me so curious because I haven't heard anything about that. Thank you, Julie's. Jen K says I'm actually on time. I think I was not on time. It is my birthday. Well, tomorrow is. You can do a short one. Yeah, I will. Oh boy. Not have 45 minutes of music. You know why I think people do long intros, to be honest? Because it helps with the views. Because a lot of times people go in for the intro and then they go out and then they come back to see if it happened, and they go out, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, an intro definitely helps with views. And then it gives people time to gather, especially if you're running late. It's just easier. I had an amazing weekend. Got to see my family that I haven't seen in a year. It was really nice. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Muffy, road tripping. Where you headed? Thank you, is me, pretty in pink. I appreciate you. What happened over the weekend? Anybody hear anything interesting? I have not paid much attention to anything as usual. I am looking at emails, and it seems like there's some interesting things over here. Like, I guess somebody claims that they were a Marine, but they were 5150 dishonorable discharge from boot camp. So they never even went. Wait, they never made it past boot camp? Wait, Frosty, thank you so much. Thank you. Am I hearing this correctly? Um, okay. Sorry, hold on. That's interesting to say the least. Because I did hear the other day that this particular person, I'm not surprised either. Well, how could anybody confirm that? Did he really? Where did he do that at? Yeah, a lot of people don't like the intros, and I get it. I mean, I don't like intros either, like long intros. Quick ones, I don't mind. Kicked out of basic training. Standard protocol is they recycle a person until they get it right. Well, that's interesting if that's true. I did hear, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I did hear that Snoozy Poon's partner over there made a statement how else everybody over here are a bunch of drug addicts with needles in their arms and not custody of their kids. And I thought, well, ain't that some shit, right? Ain't that some hypocritical shit? They're in a cult similar to HTC's Gems. They now have turned against KR because she won't give Aiden 1 million, which every activist expects after they do activism, right? I didn't hear it was 1 million. I heard it was a simple thank you. Barbara, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, Lovelock. Tracy coming in with the 153. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about, Ken. It was Craig that said it. While she nods off and doesn't have three of her own, Missy Lou. That's the irony of it. But a lot of people, that went over a lot of people's heads on who he was talking about. And I know who he was talking about because I remember the story that Brittany told me about a person that had a similar tone to it. Fibro Warrior, thank you. And yeah, I sometimes, when I hear people like them say things like that, it really makes me wonder. Damn, can I know, girl? Rage quit the panel after being fronted about texting with a minor. How do we know it's not AI? Chucky's coming in feisty. It is a disgusting thing to say. But it's a wild thing to hear. Who do you think, Missy Lou? Oh, I'm sorry, the cannonball. I wasn't implying you do. I didn't realize it was like a clip with you or something. I'm sorry. Hey, Chrissy. It's wild to hear someone throwing around accusations that other people are all a bunch of drug addicts and so forth, especially when their own reality is is what it is. Birthday of one of my childhood friends. Oh, we're birthday twins. Oh, you are right, Missy Lou. Yeah. It went over a lot of people's heads. Angel Chips, happy B-Day tomorrow. I got to give you the Christmas stuff. Oh, yeah, that's right. Good morning, hindsight. Thank you, Angel. So I know she fell asleep again, and we'll get into the whole Turtle Boy thing and all. We'll jump into it in a second. Peekaboo really got my attention with that. You're a birthday twin with your I'm a birthday twin with your son. That's awesome. What a great birthday date. Isn't she? Yeah, exactly. Jason is like, but most importantly, I think when you're with a person, rather it's you yourself or your partner, and you don't have custody of children, I don't think you should judge anybody else's situation or you just shouldn't say shit about people not having custody of kids if you don't have custody of your own. Oh, it's okay, Pika. Oh, I guess Craig made a nasty comment basically saying that she had a needle sticking in her arm and lost her custody of her children or something. Highly doubt that is even true. But well, and that's the difference, Missy Lou, because you've changed it, right? People like her that are still displaying the same behaviors, they're stuck in the same predicament. They're the ones that try to hide it or act like they're doing better than they are because, they don't want to face the reality of the shame that they're shameful people. So, it is what it is. Seen videos when we cracked on. Oh, yeah, I didn't even see a peek. I haven't paid any attention to her. But there are some things that I want to give attention to that was brought to my attention. I haven't paid any attention to any of the crap going on as far as Britney goes or this or that, um, or Scully or any of those people. That's what it is, Pika. She just so badly wants to get attention. She always has. I mean, think about why she freaked out on the quote unquote green team the way she did, which I'm hoping that there's some answers this week from Superior Court as far as the RICO goes. It should, Angel. I agree. It should. Hey, Miss W. Larry kept saying his having a baby girl. BJ act like it wasn't with her. They're so weird. I heard it wasn't the first over the weekend. Can't watch that loop. Nope. Oh. Fingers crossed, been enough time you have had to deal with this period. Yeah, hopefully it's coming to an end. So we will find out. Again, they missed the deadline as usual, but this deadline's a pretty important one with all the other mistakes that have taken place. I just am fingers crossed that Superior Court just knocks them out and, says enough's enough, but time will tell. So I know some of you aren't even very interested in this whole Turtle Boy debacle and the relationship and all of that. I am because it gives so much insight to everything else that's been going on. She's supposed to have a noon time live today. Guess what? It's Julie's turn to be talked about. Well, good. That will give Julie the attention she craves, and maybe she can do something with it. Funny how it's all her fault, but yet it's really Turtle Boy. He got caught out, and now the blame game starts. Well, a lot of things that he said, I'm not going to lie, it made sense. Now, when you go and compare it to the stuff she was saying, there's some explanations, but a lot of it did sound just like a very toxic relationship. And when he says, he had the whole I don't know if any of you seen it, but when he says it's jail talk, that is such a thing. I mean, jail talk is a real thing. I don't know if it's true. People are saying that Craig never made it past boot camp. Oh, hold on. I want to listen to this really quick and then if you guys don't mind, and then we'll jump into it. Maybe I should have just changed my title and made this a stream about everything because I got a lot of things to say today. All right.
Little news. Obviously, law enforcement is not talking about this case, and that has a lot to do with because this fake intelligence agency has come in and
this fake intelligence agency has came in.
a lot to do with because
they're just stewing right now. They're so angry that he said this on Court TV. Oh, good job, SF. Good job.
This fake intelligence agency has come in and it kind of stirred things up. But I can promise you, there is still real efforts going on. Not long ago, we held a very precise, targeted search with forensic professionals, along with federal authorities alongside of them, and they were with us. And some of this was on federal property.
So Chris Madonna was on there too. That is good. I wish he would have delved in a little bit harder, but interesting nonetheless.
FBI has come out and said that is not of any relevance. It's one thing I also want to say is there's been very little news. Obviously, law enforcement is not talking about this case, and that has a lot to do with because this fake intelligence agency has come in and.
All right, that's enough of that. Tell his friend Josh about the fake intelligence agency. I know. Imagine coming in as like this professional group and then doing nothing but causing chaos and insanity around a missing child's case to the point where nobody speaks on it anymore. How shameful is that? To even turn around and do what they did is the most asinine thing I ever heard. I can't wait till all of this comes to an end. It's insane to accuse people of RICO and basically try to ruin people's lives when you should be out there looking for a missing child that you claim your services are $500,000 for. But what do I know? It's not defamation or slander either. Well, no, it wouldn't be either of those because one, he didn't say a name. Two, it's true. It is all on Seth Rogers, absolutely. Agency of Chaos. Teresa, thank you so much. They're just so gross, scary. On a side note, TurtleBoy is nasty, though Meredith a nasty person, so I guess they were made for each other. I felt like the Sebastian segment got cut short. I wish he could have kept talking. I didn't watch it yet, though. I only seen that part. So the whole jail being traumatic thing, I rolled my eyes to. Working on those motions of the middle-aged women with sons in his audience don't do crimes. So I know how you feel, girl. Anyway, it seems like the whole thing was just an unhealthy relationship from the jump. And up until this morning, these two were still going at it, Chelsea and Meredith, and I imagine Meredith now wishes that all of this was done with and never happened, but unfortunately it has. Hold on one second. I'm trying to hear what this is really quick before I show it for all of you. It's a little weird. Is that she changed her name to the old mayor can't come to the phone right now. which is interesting, but a little immature, shows a maturity level. After hearing what TB does in the living room, I would never want to sit on his couch and walk in his living room. He said he stands up, didn't he? Oh my goodness. Oh, I think Mara's loving this. She's been waiting a long time. Yeah, I think so too, but neither of them look good, right? So, uh it just, it's a shame that this is even happening when they both have children, they're adults, the internet's forever. You can't, once you post this type of stuff, you can't take it back. And yeah, and it's messy. I mean, her ex is messy. Um or does it sound more like, does this look like someone who wanted to break up all year, or does it sound more like I was the one who wanted to leave? You decide. And yes, we had similar days in January through June, every month this year except for July, when I finally realized it had to be his idea for me to leave. He never let me go otherwise. Happy to keep going and provide every single day. I try to walk away, and he went off the rails. Pick a month, any month. Hopefully, we don't have to go into the archives of 2024. What a disaster. What a disaster. It sounds like there was this weird codependency going on, unhealthy from the very jump, and these two just tried to stick it out, I guess. TB's just another guy on these streets obsessed with his D. I don't know. He admits that she was a security blanket. He has never talked bad about her. That's a lie. He has shit on her nearly daily for months. Pick any random spot in any random stream, and she'll be mentioned in a few minutes. That's not exactly what he said. He did say something like that. That's not exactly it. Crazy, crazy. Let's see. I'll show you guys what he said. It is pretty wild. Everyone knows TB is messy, he makes poor choices in who he dates, but he is doing an excellent job exposing what a nut job Meredith is. I think a lot of people would agree with you. I heard a lot of people saying she sounds like the lady from the movie Misery.
Okay, because there was so much driving back and forth to Boston. It's like, bro, I just want to sit on my couch by myself and smoke pot. That's all I want to do. It's not even just, I think she imagines me being single. Like, I'm just gonna have fucking harems of whores over here every night. Now, most nights I'm just sitting on sitting on the couch, smoking pot by myself. And I love it. It's like the most relaxing shit in the world. I fucking love it. I love sitting on that couch by myself. And sometimes I'll masturbate or whatever and have a great fucking time. Not on the, I usually stand up, but it is what it is. And so I loved it. I fucking loved it. I didn't want to have sex. I just wanted to masturbate and be fucking alone. That's it. Masturbate to other women, maybe send some videos out because I'm into that shit, right?
So that's what he said. When all of your exes are crazy, I'm bound to believe you're crazy as well. I think that is the most, here's the way I look at it, right? And this is from like a non-biased perspective. I don't hate TurtleBoy. I don't know Meredith. My perspective on it is, you got this man who was married, family guy, living your average life, teacher, whatever. And then he finds himself in the middle of so much attention. Like almost celebrity style attention, right? Like at least, I don't know, a D-list celebrity or maybe further down, but you get it. And with that comes a lot of women swooning over you. They see the attention, they start to, I don't know, find them attractive, funny, whatever. And so he goes from this married man with a family, just average person living and working, normal day, whatever, to suddenly, having women all over him, receiving all types of attention. So I think he is now living in that attention. I think he obviously, as a man, is enjoying it. He says as much. So we have one weirdo who sits on couches, a weirdo who masturbates on couches. He is not a celebrity, maybe local known person, but no celebrity. Well, that's why I said a fairy, D-list. But he's not just locally known. He's pretty well known from his movement with the Karen Reed, further than just locally. Good morning, Preppy. So he got fired being teacher for, oh, I don't know about that, young black economist. I don't know about that. McDonough. Yeah. I should, now I have so much that I want to talk about that's not pertaining to TurtleBoy that I really wish I would have not made this the whole topic. But I suppose I can wrap it up quickly and then do a different stream where I get everything off my chest that's been going on, that I've been seeing and hearing, and just a lot of things that I want to speak on. If it's half true, though, about him being fired, I never seen any actual proof. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Behavior with the student, though what exactly is unclear. Oh, thank you, Newfie. I am shocked that hasn't come out sooner if that was the case. Yeah, it's the first I'm hearing about it. Sometimes I do, Jason. Sometimes I do. And that's all right. I get it, Gary. Well, I think if it was SA, you'd be a little more than fired. I think you'd be arrested. Don't care about TurtleBoy enough to know anything about him. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He would be in jail. No need to add the weirdo part, but yeah, I think he'd be in jail if that was the case. But here he is, sitting on a live stream. I believe at this point he's done 3 live streams about this Meredith woman. What I heard is he was yelling at his student while at a game to other things. I don't know. What I do know is that the rumor mills online usually snowball and become something bigger. So what could have started as just yelling at a student turned into SAing a student. But I'm pretty sure if he SA'd a student, he would be in jail. I follow him. I guess I like dickheads. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people follow him. A lot of people follow him for many different reasons. Hey, be nice, try it. If he's embarrassed or he's just happy for the content. I would say it seemed a mix of both. There were a few parts in this that I was like, I could feel bad for that. And there's a few parts in this that I'm like, you know what? I could see her side of it as well. Apparently, Jen K, yeah. So, of course, he comes out and does this. The whole time he's doing this, she's over there making tweets. At some point, his ex-wife gets a phone call. He says that it's Meredith. Hey, Grits. But it seems like these two just had a lot of breakups and makeups, and there was this codependency, likely due to the fact that he was in jail when they met, and that's pretty much what this message says. He almost 8K viewing last night, so not many are bothered by him. Excuse me. So it was actually a woman who Meredith called a side chick. Meredith made a claim that he was cheating on her with this woman named Chelsea. And she's the one that started with the releasing of the private messages. Thank you, Karma Chronicles. I hope you did as well. Thank you. So in this message here from May, he says, Meredith, please speak with me before the show. I'm begging you. I can't think about anything but you. I can't concentrate. My anxiety is so high. The thought of losing you is terrifying. I'm so fucked up from the thought of going to jail, and you're the only person who makes me feel loved and safe. I think you and my lawyers are underestimating the likeliness of it. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about doing whatever I can to avoid it. Anything. I can't go to jail. I can't go to trial. Reading the comments on Melanie Little is just filled with people getting lots of likes who say I went too far and will go to jail. No one cares about me. I started this whole thing and I'm going to lose my freedom and my life for it. All I can think about is how you drove to me at Julie's house that night. I couldn't concentrate. That's exactly how I feel now. You made me feel so safe. If I went to jail again, you wouldn't be there this time, and neither would my mother. I'd have nothing to live for. You got me through jail, the worst experience of my life. You look so beautiful in church today and at your house. I wanted to hug you so bad, and I hate fighting with you. Well, I'm sure it was like that. She responds, if you had just been honest with me and it was just sexting, not in person, it would have been incredibly hurtful and fucked up, but we could have gotten past it if you were truly sorry. But the lies for months and making me feel crazy for why she was going after me, blaming me for her reactions when you were telling her lies the whole time too, it's just cruel. It's like you treat me how you treat everyone else in your life. You try to lie and manipulate. Like I said, I hope one day you do the work on yourself to be able to be honest with yourself and others. Maybe one day we can be friends, but for now, please respect. This is so sad and messy. Meredith, please, can I just talk to you for 5 minutes, please? I'm really struggling. Just hearing your voice would make me feel so much better. I'm swearing everything. I did not text her sexually at all since jail. I would never ever hurt you like that. I love you so much. I don't try to lie and manipulate everyone in my life. I'm not the monster you seem to think I am. I don't want to live without you. She highlights that. I know what a piece of shit she is, and I would never ever do something like that with someone who was shitting on me and you and Karen publicly. You're right. It was Wi Fi and you're sick. Seriously, do not keep pushing me right now. I just want to walk away. That's it. In the entire chat, please don't say I'm sick. I'm not. I'm just in love with you. And it pains me that you think I'd hurt you like this. And then all the missed calls from the same date. Yeah, it was just two people being extremely toxic. What a shame. What a damn shame. Much pushback because many people gave him a pass since he was helping KR, but now that he started bashing every night, some ties have turned. She did stay. I think they were very weird for that. Hey, old woman of the hills. Bored now. Welcome back to the membership. Thank you so much. I don't know what any woman sees in him. Not my type for show. Well, be nice, try it. The sad part is when you have these type of situations, right? Where things come out public. What do you think he could sue her for? Tattoos. Good morning, Starlight. She was just massively tweeting. And his show last night, Aiden said he didn't file a police report because he didn't have time. Has there been any update today? Oh, because during his show, he said somebody was calling his ex-wife. You missed my milestone again. Oh my goodness, did I? I'm sorry, I'm coming to look. There it is. How the hell did I miss that? Happy early 21st birthday, Jess. Love you. Thank you so much, Loki's mom. 41 months. That is literally insane. Thank you so much. Oh, absolutely, James Steele. And I'm not going to lie, I'm here for it. I enjoy for wiretapping. Yeah, I suppose. That is one thing he mentioned that he spoke. I don't know. He had a fantasy about Karen Reed. It was kind of interesting to hear. Oh, is it born now? Happy birthday to your husband. He's a time. DJ covers at least 6 other creators cover every single day. It does get tiresome. Thank you. Well, I don't know why his ex-wife, she's not involved. Somebody supposedly was calling her while he was live that night, and he was saying it was Meredith. High school teacher of 10 years. While at Patriots Buffalo game, he exposed himself to a teen girl. Yeah, but here's the thing. Eventually he had to resign and turn his sports blog into a crime blog. Here's the thing, though. So many people in this chat alone have given so many different stories to that situation. Like you said that, but up here we have Hakab says that he was a high school teacher, taught U.S. history, but made lurid hand gestures at teens during a Bill Patriot game. Somebody up here said essay. Like there's so many different stories. You don't know which one could be true. I'm sure it wasn't essay because he'd be in jail. Thank you so much, Chucho. Well, that's interesting. TV revealed that the brother of Red Rum victim was having an affair on his live stream by showing a shirtless pic he sent for no other reason than he doesn't like him. The brother doesn't have a channel. That's cruel. The hell did you say no to? I don't know what I asked. I like your photo. So many different stories, right? So you make the bed you lie in. If it's okay for him to do it random people who don't have a channel, I think it's fair for others to do it back. That's fair enough. Feisty Nana, thank you so much. Agent, thank you for hitting the thumbs up. I have learned just because someone said it on social media doesn't mean it's true. I'm glad you have learned that because I definitely, I saw something the other day. Well, I seen it today that somebody commented to me and said, why do I say blessed? And that I shouldn't say that. Because I'm an atheist. And I'm like, what? Hold on really quick. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you, UA. Yeah, and guess who it was? Our favorite person, Loki's mom. He ain't scared of others talking shit, but exposing private convos that he didn't know were recorded is very different. Now, hasn't he done similar before, though, tattoos? Blessed be the fruit, right, the Jennifer. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Me too. All right, hold on. I'm thinking about changing. I'm gonna try to change this title really quick. Do this another time because I'm not really that into it right now, if I'm being quite honest. I just got too many other things going through my mind to not to concentrate on this right now. Oh, thank you, Goody. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Granny. Thank you. Good morning, my Michelle. Okay. I guess we'll get through this really quick and then I'll go ahead and start a different stream. It's distracting, tattoos. I can't stop thinking about it. Okay. Yeah, that's right, UA. 23rd. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The years just fly by when you're so young, you know? They just fly on by. Growing up. If you don't go on tomorrow, I'm here to wish you a happy birthday. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tracy. Now the legal age to drink. You know, when I became the legal age to drink, I didn't even like drinking. Didn't even like it. Denise, welcome. Thank you so much. My B day, B day today or tomorrow? I'm so confused. It's tomorrow. Okay. Let me just go ahead and move along in this. And I feel like there's so many. I'm so distracted right now. I can't stand it. I'm sorry. Thank you, Newfie. I celebrate my 21st for the 25th time. Do it, girl. TB doesn't care about exposing corruption. That's his grift. He's only saying the cops he worked for as a CI are corrupt now because they finally stopped turning a blind eye to his crimes. You really think that's it? Thank you, Jen Jen. I know that's right, Lita B. Bless it, bless it, bless it. Let's have a snow day instead. It is supposed to snow tomorrow. Okay. Could you imagine being this woman, Meredith? Like, regardless of how you feel, rather you like her or not, or you like him or not. Can you imagine having like somebody with his reach be able to just expose you all over the internet like this? It's kind of sad for both of them. I mean, it's really sad for both of them. It's not kind of sad. It really is sad for both of them. But that must suck to be her right now. Nuance, but that's part of it. I feel so left out. No week-long work up to a birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you, Candy. Thank you so much, big girl. It's snowing here now, 5 inches. She wanted all of this? What makes you think she wanted it, tattoos? It seemed to me that she wasn't really talking much. Anyway, I want your perspective on this. And I know, tattoos, you're a diehard TB rider. I get it. Well, apparently she wanted the quote unquote fame from being the first lady, which within itself is pretty funny. But anyway, hear this part. I want to hear what you all think about this. Do you find this to be weird or do you find it to be sweet?
Well, because I don't plan on being around, dude. You guys seem nice, you seem lovely, but like I don't think so. And so then, Christmas comes and I don't get her shit.
Oh, I know.
I don't even know what the fuck. She got fucking everything from me. She got like, it's kind of weird though.
Yeah.
She got like ornaments made, I think, with that she got gifts from my whole family who she blocked on Twitter.
And all right. So gifts for the whole family that she blocked on Twitter. So he says that when it came to his mother's funeral, she wanted to come to the funeral and he thought, oh, of course I'm going to bring her. She's my girlfriend. But then his family said to him, listen, we see her tweets or her ex posts, whatever you call them now. And, your ex-wife's going to be there with the kids. We don't think it's appropriate for her to come. So she gets, upset about that and says, fine, well, I'll go ahead and block them so they don't have to see my tweets or X or whatever you call them now. So she blocks his entire family. I think that was a stupid move, immature move. But that she goes and does this for Christmas. Hey, Kay. They're in Texas, sent them out to people. Exactly, Judy. TV writers, difference that they acted this crazy when they were in the 20s. Now they're growing out of it. No, you don't. You keep saying that, but I know you're lying to me, and I don't care. I'll take it, Fanduzen. Thank you.
So she made these pictures of my mom. It was a really nice picture for me. Would have been a nice picture for me, but she got made framed pictures of my first Christmas as a baby. I was born on Christmas. So
that's pretty cool. Thank you so much, Denise. So his first photo, his mother's photo holding him when he was born, right? Excuse me. That's a sweet gift, especially she just passed away. Memory is a special moment. Her first holiday as a mother, his, whatever. Sweet, right? Oh, thank you, UA. Have a blessed early birthday. I appreciate that. Right out of the movie Family Stone or whatever it's called. Is that really from a movie? Well, I am the ex-wife and I went to my ex-husband's grandmother's funeral. It was actually hilarious because he and his 18 whore hid up in the food room the whole time. I knew the old bat for 37 years. I agree. Tis McGee. She's batshit crazy. The story with her ex is wild. And that's one of the reasons I felt like I needed to come on because at first I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see things from her perspective. After hearing what he had to say and seeing her responses, she's looking a little cuckoo. Oh, thank you, James.
Like they have hospitals. I was born on the day after Christmas, but like hospital pictures of my mom holding me in the hospital. So my mom's been dead for 6 months at this point. So it's like really sentimental. It would have been a really nice gift for me. That would have been really for me. But the problem is she got them for everyone and wrapped them all up and then just dropped them off at my dad's without saying anything. And so he's like, what's all this? And I had to tell him that, oh, Meredith, I guess Meredith dropped gifts off.
Thoughts? Went to my ex's dad's funeral. Ex-girlfriend was there acting like a child. It was so cringe. Yeah. Stop it. Now, do you think it's a sweet sentiment? Put a 1. If you think it's like kind of weird, put a 2. As people she never met, and she gave them all a photo of TurtleBoy as a baby with his mother. I think it's a sweet gift. Hey, Shauna, if it was for just him, but to give it to his entire family too. All of them got a picture of him with his mother. That's fucking weird. Like, I get maybe she thought, again, if it was just to him, yeah, that's a sweet, thoughtful gift. But to his whole family, yeah, that's awkward. And then just to drop them off at the dad's house with no warning, and then to find out it's from a movie. What the hell's the movie called again? Anybody tell me? I got to see this. It'd be a sweet gift just to give him. Yeah. To give to the whole family, weird.
And I remember handing them out to my brothers and sisters who have never met Meredith. And I said, here's this.
No, well, she does respond to it. So I will get to that in just a second.
This is from Meredith. And it's just awkward. And my sister, who is very blunt, the one who had whose coworker Meredith contacted, said, yeah, I got to be honest, Aiden. She goes, this feels manipulative. She's like, first of all, I've never met her before. I've never talked to her before. She blocked me on Twitter. She has made zero effort to reach out to us. And she's hostile to us, and we don't even know anything about her. She's immature. And
and we're creeped out. Thank you, Never Say Never. Thank you so much.
She's also for some reason, she's giving me a picture of my dead mother holding you. What am I supposed to do with this? You know what I mean? And it just broke my heart because I'm like, she's probably hearing that Meredith is finding out for the first time that those gifts were rejected. If she's watching.
She's finding out for the first time those gifts were rejected. So now we're going to go over to hers. And she says, this is an easy one to debunk. Apparently, one of the more ridiculous lies from Ada's stream last night was the claim that I made some weird Christmas ornament for his family. So here's what actually happened, because this one truly hurt. Now, he did say ornament, and then he took it back and he said photos, right? But anyhow, it wasn't an ornament. It wasn't strange. It wasn't inappropriate. It was a framed photo of his parents holding him on his very first Christmas, his mother's first Christmas as a mom. He's the oldest, so it was a meaningful family moment. His parents' first Christmas as parents. And this was also their first Christmas without her, after she passed that summer. I wanted to choose something comforting, personal, and respectful. Okay. I was looking through a photo album at his house one day and thought it was a beautiful picture of his parents when they were young. So I had it printed and framed for each of his siblings and father, 8 in total. I didn't go individually searching for photos of each one being held because one, I wanted it to be a surprise, and two, that would probably be me going overboard. We had been dating almost a year at that point. His family knew about me. I met his dad several times. I didn't want to overstep, but I also didn't want to be rude or ignore such a difficult holiday for them. My family's big on thoughtful gestures, even bigger on manners. It's just how I was raised to err on the safe side of being overly polite. I even checked with mutual friends, people who were close to both of us, to make sure it wouldn't be inappropriate. There's your first clue. If you have to ask other people if it would be appropriate or if they think it's inappropriate, then deep down somewhere you yourself know is pretty inappropriate. They thought it was a lovely idea. They lied, and they knew the whole context. I never imagined a world where they'd be now joining in on the witch hunt which pitchforks held high. I guess it makes it easy to understand how so many people get canceled so quickly by him, even Karen Reed. I dropped the gifts at his dad's house with the note shown below. And at the time, Aiden told me it was so touching he almost cried. That's his actual reaction from that day. Now, months later, he's rewritten as something bizarre and creepy for content. Something that's now been mocked with memes and videos by something called Camel Toe Joe. It's not just untrue, it's mean spirited. This is exactly what has been so painful through all this. Watch him twist every kind, thoughtful, or supportive thing I did in our relationship into something crazy now that it benefits his narrative. It was a framed family. Nothing about this was inappropriate. It's a framed family photo meant to bring comfort during their first Christmas without their mother. The only thing weird here is how quickly he can change a story when he needs a villain. So here's the gifts, very nicely wrapped. There's the photo. Now, listen, as a sibling, and absolutely love my sister, I wouldn't want a framed photo of our parents holding her at Christmas time. I think if anything, a photo of myself, but whatever. Here's the photo. Kearney family, thinking of you on this first Christmas without Mary. Although I never met her, I know how much joy she had from being a mother. Hope this beautiful photo of her on her first Christmas as a mother warms your heart as much as mine. May you be comforted with memories of her this Christmas. M. I was going to drop off all framed photos wrapped with a bow at Aiden's dad's house with this note. Thoughts? Beautiful and perfect. You didn't tell them the photo was of TurtleBoy as a baby. Anyway, the people are saying that this is similar to a movie. I don't know if this is going to be the right clip from this movie, but let's see. It is the same. I mean, the wrapping in the paper is pretty dang similar. Okay. Red with the gold bow.
For every wow. Amazing, thank you.
Amy? This is it. Well, open them.
Oh yeah. It's so beautifully wrapped that I almost feel bad.
It's for you.
It's for you. Okay. Very similar. I get the idea why people are comparing it. Okay.
Right now.
Choo Choo says
did
now I'm
not want
officially
those.
creeped out. The paper.
And so I had to take them all back. Watching right now. They did not want those. And so I had to take them all back and I threw them out. And she doesn't know that until now. I never told her that because I was afraid to tell her that because I was afraid of her.
I'm so sorry I missed this, Sasha. Thank you. Happy birthday, sweet lady. May this birthday year be filled with light, love, health, and financial gains. Thank you, Sasha. And may it end in the result of an alleged Rico being wrapped up with a pretty bow that says, fuck you, pay me. Amen to that. Never say never. I did see yours. I don't know how I missed Sasha's. Sorry about that. AT with the 45 months. Love you too, girl. Thank you so much. 4 fucking years is insane. Love my KC Chiefs. Happy birthday early. My dad had my stepmom buried in the same cemetery as my mom. She's one that he left. She's the one that he left my mom for. He was having an affair, but he wanted his 2 true loves close. Yeah, that's wow, I'm sorry to hear that. That is so weird. I can't imagine how that made you guys feel. Wow. My headcanon is that if this weirdo would have stayed a teacher, he would have ended up a true crime video here. I agree that the president was probably a manipulation, but topic of ridicule on a breakup video, petty. The whole video was petty, girl. The whole video. Eagles all day. But that's all right. I'll let you guys slide for today with the Chiefs shit. Yeah, I mean, that's literally what their entire, all the tweets or posts or whatever, and his video, it was all petty. We felt like crap, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hope you have a wonderful one with good news in your future. Amen to that. Thank you. Between what True Crime Lauren did and what this clown did for a week, they laughed at Lauren, but they're praising TB. Oh, that's a good point. I think the difference is that Lauren went to get restraining orders and basically abused the courts to try to shut people up about her. And that's not what TB did here. That's fucking insane. So I heard a bit about it. I didn't know if it was true or not. She does acknowledge some of it over here on her ex. Give me just a moment. Let me pull that up. Okay. So she says, so apparently Ada's next move is digging back into my breakup from 2018, a situation he knew everything about at the very beginning of our relationship. He knew and he didn't care. His exact words to me were, who am I to judge? I know who you are now. I literally just went to jail over a girl. How could I judge you for something that long ago, given my own very recent history? Yeah, sounds logical, right? Yes, you heard that right. Ada knew about all this in February 2024, continued a relationship with me for a year and a half, and is only shedding light on it now and pretending it's newsworthy because he's in the middle of a literal breakdown. Quick reminder for anyone new. I've already talked about that publicly, owned my part in it, and moved on 8 years ago. I preemptively addressed it last week in the post below when I saw him escalating the hounds after me. Looking at you, Jess, RO violation. Okay, hold on. Ada knew about all of this at the very beginning of our relationship in February 2024, thanks mostly to Courtney Healy and Tina Murray. Fair, given the situation I put them in jail. It's their actions and what they did with that information that was over the top, and why I'm more than happy to loop them in here. Let's talk about why my family even found out about me dating Aiden so early. Far sooner than I hoped. His paralegal, Courtney Healy, called my mom from a blocked number to try to get information from her and warn her that I was dating a dangerous man, that she was worried about her granddaughter. My mom told her to kick rocks, gave her zero info, but immediately called me. I assume it was one of Aiden's enemies. I had my mother pull her phone records and learned several hours later it was in fact Courtney Healy who made this creepy-ass phone call. That was her first attempt to turn Aiden against me before we even had a real relationship, and it forced me to tell my mom about him way earlier than I planned. To be honest, I was embarrassed to tell my mother I was now dating a man in jail. Yes, this should have been a red flag, but Aiden says he's not a jail guy. All right, where's your part? There it is. Meanwhile, my situation from 2018. This lady writes fucking novels, bro, doesn't she? I had an issue with an ex. I didn't get a lawyer. He got an order. I respected the order. He never even attempted to renew it. We never spoke again until recently, and now he doesn't want to be dragged into any of this. And I've owned my part in it, openly and honestly, for years, to those who matter. End of story. Uh, okay. Here are the actual facts. In 2018, I made the mistake of going into a restraining order hearing without a lawyer, assuming I could simply explain myself and I get an order on him. I had no idea how orders worked and what you need to say. My ex had an attorney, I didn't, and he was granted the order. But you're leaving out the part of why you ended up going for an order. I mean, that's a big jump. Look at all this shit she posts. Holy crap. Nah, girl, we ain't got time to be reading all of that. I only know what people told me, which is basically he moved to get a new job and she sent the boss videos of him doing cocaine and jerking off. So does anyone think that putting out a video of him having a breakdown is justified? If I'm being honest, yes. Because if I had somebody that has the reach that he has, that was making live streams, putting out all my information, I'd probably use that video too, just being honest. Do I think it makes him look bad? Only if you dislike him. Like, I could actually feel a little bad for him with it. And I know people are like, but a grown man crying and, yeah, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I've never been to jail. That's what I wanted to know. Are we like snorting and jerking, or are they two separate incidents? I don't know. I would like to know too. So then she sends Aiden this breakup video and he plays it. And boy, is it interesting.
And it's kind of, and Meredith has responded this way. So this is Chelsea, what Meredith has done to Chelsea and Jane. And fucking Chelsea finally came forward and fucking stood up for me. And is kind of, and Meredith has responded this way.
So Chelsea is the chick that I thought on Friday was the side chick, like the woman he cheated with. He says that's not true, that he didn't cheat with her. They were broken up. They just talked, whatever. Nonetheless, he must have sent her stuff on Meredith that she was able to post on Thanksgiving.
So this is, I didn't know she did this. And I'm driving there. She sends me this fucking video.
I don't know more what to say now. All of it broke my heart into a million pieces. And
I sent out your titties.
And so many questions.
This is because she had his watch and was basically stalking him through the watch. And she claims when she plugged it in, a photo of boobs popped up. And that's what led to this video. So she feels like he was sexting other people, whatever. I'm sure that was an insecurity of hers the entire relationship. Again, he gets a lot of attention. And I think that she couldn't handle that. She wasn't confident enough to handle that. But I also think these two had like this weird codependency relationship. I believe TurtleBoy himself acknowledges that. He says like, he was emotionally attached to her because she was who was there for him while he was in jail.
Questions.
So many
You sexting somebody else like this the whole time we were together? Was the whole thing just a lie? Was any of it real?
No, I just wanted to see the titties. I like the titties.
Or was it just...
No, the woman sent him the photo. Trauma bond is what it was. Yes, thank you. A woman sent him a photos because she got a boob job done. Meredith apparently sent the photos around to other people who then sent it around to other people. So apparently he didn't send it to anybody.
On our anniversary, right before we had sex, literally when you were in...
Now, hold on. Let me rewind it. So I'm going to tell you, listen to how he explains it, and what we hear in the video is so different. This is one situation where I feel he left a little bit out.
And fucking, Chelsea's fucking Instagram. No, I've known Jane for fucking years. The watch with the... We're just going to call this woman Jane. knows that I do it. I like doing that.
Okay.
It makes me, I like being watched. I like, when a woman's watching, I fucking
Thank
dig
you,
it. You
Purple.
call me a freak. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I love it. I love it when a woman's like, show me your fucking dick right now. I want to fucking take that big fucking dick out for me right now and fucking stroke that shit. Better fucking come from me. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Now, listen, I get it. I laughed when he said this, and I get people like this type of humor and shit. But the one thing I keep thinking in the back of my head is like, man, these people have children, Like, holy shit. They will hear, they will see, they will know one day. Relax, bro.
Fucking ma'am. I love that shit. And that just made me happy.
I agree, Newton
And
girl. I agree.
Whatever. I really enjoy being single. I'm like, I don't want to get back with her. And so anyway, when would we get back together? Whenever the next court date was. That's what kept. She's like, okay, well, why don't we just take a few weeks off, and then you can come and stay here the night before the next court date, and we can talk about things. Okay. And I'd go there. I'd sleep with her. We go to court together, like pretending we're still in a relationship.
I can't even not. Oh, bye breakfast. Okay, cuz. Oh, for fuck's sake. Woo, Craig's long lost brother. I get so hard my body can't take it. Yeah, Lisa, listen. Tell me about it. Fucking tell me about it. I know all too well the expenses of litigation. Jane is Lindsay. What the fuck did I just hear? Hey, Crazy girl. Spicy novels for the internet? Please don't. His sarcasm is pretty dry. I don't think he's being sarcastic here, Gare.
It was all fake. We weren't in a relationship anymore.
No,
and
I can't blind.
Then that would extend the relationship a couple weeks, and then we break up again and take a couple weeks off, and then the next.
So basically, every time he had a court hearing, she was his comfort blanket, right? Trauma bonded through jail, all of that. So every time he had a hearing, he wanted her there. She made him feel safe during court. So every time he had a hearing, they get back together, and then the whole cycle again. An insanely toxic cycle.
Court date comes, and that was our fucking relationship throughout the entire year of 2025. It was not a real fucking relationship.
I don't get it, Candy.
And anyway, so if you want examples here, like I'll show you, like for instance, because she's out there saying he's cheating on me. No, there was no cheating. Okay. One woman who I have sexted with many times, in January of 2025, she bought herself a nice set of titties. Let me tell you. Whew. And she was very proud of them. And so we're just going to call this woman Jane. And so Jane.
So let me ask you all a question, right? You're a woman. You're dating this guy. And he's getting like nude photos and this whole conversation you're going to hear here. Put a 1 in the chat if you consider that cheating. Put a 2 if you say, yeah, no, that's not cheating. Would you be okay with your man doing these things? 2 if yes, 1 if no.
She sends me her new titties. And I'm like, I'd like to put cum on those. Absolutely. I'm honest. I'm like, that was my initial reaction. I would like to decorate you for the holidays. Okay. And this ends up.
Yeah, I'm with all of you.
We got to talk about the phone now. Okay, the watch. We got to talk about the watch. Is this it?
Hey, Dr.
Oh, no, we're not there yet. We're not up to the watch yet. So anyway, so she bought me a fucking,
listen, I'm Irish and it don't make me act like this. Candy says she'd be cool with it. Wait, you got it wrong, ladies. You got it wrong, B, because you're saying fuck no. I'm saying if you think it's cheating, put a 1. If you're okay with it, put a 2. Does his haircut look homemade?
Apple Watch for Christmas. And
sure did.
I don't know how the fuck this shit works. I'm like with her, and she's like, you got to hook it up to your phone. So I hook it up to my phone.
Wait, speaking of Apple Watch, can I tell you guys the craziest thing that's been happening to me since November 30th? My phone keeps alerting me that there's an Apple AirTag following me, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So again, it comes out. I'm putting up the Christmas tree with the kids last night, back to school, back to college, all those things. I'm putting up the Christmas tree and I get alerted again that this Apple AirTag is here. So now I click this thing and it's like, walk around, and if the circle fills up, you're closer to the tag. So my first thought is, all right, I'm going to my car, right? Like somebody Apple tagged my car or something. Then it's like play a sound. And now I'm like hearing all the noises, right? Because when you're trying to hear for that sound, like you hear all the sounds. I don't use Apple. I'm an Android. I hate Apple. So anyway, I go outside and now the circle's getting bigger as I'm getting closer to my car. So I'm getting like paranoid, right? I'm like, there a fucking Apple tag on my shit. And then it says it dropped connection. So I'm like, what the hell? So then now I'm like trying to do the location. It's located right where I'm at. Then I go to do the find the Apple tag again. And it's telling me that it can't find it now. So I don't know if there's like an Apple AirTag. Like, where do you take your car for somebody to inspect it to see if somebody's stalking you? It was the most bizarre situation. Again, it's been happening. Like it just popped up, and yeah, I don't know. And then when I went out there and I was closer, and all of a sudden it's off, and I'm like, what is going on? So there's something. No, I was it in a holiday decor box? No, we don't. I don't have Apple tags. It could be the neighbor if your houses are close by. I do have close by neighbors. You take the car to the police. And I was told it could be a neighbor that walks by frequently. Okay. Oh, thank you, Blind Spot. We appreciate you coming in. I asked my daughter, I said, do you have an Apple AirTag? She said no. Oh my God, she did have that stalker at school, Daisy. But how would he put it? She doesn't have a car or anything. All right, I'll do that after the stream today. I'll go to a mechanic. I have no conclusion yet because as soon as I got closer and the circle thing was filling up, it dropped. It just closed. It just stopped. And then it couldn't track it again. Maybe it's a neighbor. Okay. Well, all right. We'll find out after. I'll keep you all posted. It just made me think of Vix. He's talking about Apple Watch and stuff.
I'm like, I don't know how this shit works. And then one day I go to the gym. I come back from the gym and she's acting really weird. She's at my house. What's going on? Nothing. Everything fine? Yeah, everything's fine.
I'll tell her to look, Kelly.
Okay. And
I'll
like,
right
is everything really fine? Because you're acting strange. And what's up with that? Whatever. Okay. And then I am driving to her house. And on the way, hold on, I got to flip this video.
All right, come on, Aiden. Or TurtleBoy, whatever. Okay. Speak fast.
I am on my way to her house, and she sends me a video. And this is the video that she sends me. I'm going to take this out. Hold on. Wrong turn.
All right, takes him a bit to play the video.
Embarrassing you like this. I hate showing the world what you're really like. You can stop whenever you...
I just got 4 new tires. If not, I would notify please see what they've done. Thank you, Cynthia. That was weird. It just, yeah. If you do, I turn that off. You could definitely put an AirTag without having to get in a car. Absolutely. Someone has access to your phone. I don't think anybody should. Meredith is a complete nut job. That I think is where I think they're both nutty, to be honest, but leaning more towards she's a little crazier. But here's the thing, right? This is where I keep coming back to like feeling a little bit bad for Meredith, because I get what TurtleBoy's saying about, oh, it was jail talk. I totally understand that, right? Oh, snow's moving in. I don't want snow and sleet. Oh, man. I totally get the concept of like, oh, for a man, it's jail talk. And I think a lot of women, if you've ever spoken to a man in jail, you know what jail talk is. If not, very easy to Google and hear about it. It's basically they'll tell you what you want to hear, and they're smoozing everybody over. They want commissary, blah, blah, blah. They're lonely. They can't wait to get out, start a life, whatever. In this case, he told this woman, I want to marry you. I want to live with you. Start a family, all of that. She's believing all of this. Why wouldn't she believe it, right? So in her mind, this is her person, right? They're eventually going to get married. They're going to, and then he comes out and everything's slightly different because now he doesn't have just the attention of her, right? He has the attention of all of his supporters again. He has his shows again. He's celebrated. He's all these things. So is she really that crazy for how she felt? You know, I don't know. It's hard to say.
You want to tap out, we can tap out, but I'm not going to be bullied by you. I'm not going to live in fear of you anymore.
He does say that, Peekaboo. He says, like, yeah, I just need to be single. I'm not faithful, blah, blah, blah. That's what I was thinking, kind of.
Okay.
Right? You get
I'm
it,
not
Michelle?
doing it. If you want to send me to jail, do it.
Do it.
Man.
A year ago, when I was sitting here sending you videos in jail, and never thought I'd be sending a video like this. And I've just struggled with this all day, what to say to you. It hasn't gotten any more composed, but I didn't want to send you a super long text, and I didn't want to lose my train of thought when you're here, but all this started coming in on your watch when I was finishing setting it up this morning, and I didn't want to see any of it. I wanted it to be wrong and not real, but and I just froze, and I was just sitting with it all day and thinking about it and just feeling so.
So when she hooked up my phone without telling me to the watch, she claims that
I did that. I couldn't hear, like, I thought I was hearing noises, but you know, it was one of those things. Yeah.
that up popped the
Look, it came up again. Apple AirTag detected December 1st at 8:13 a.m. It's up again. I just did a manual scan. Apple AirTag, December 1st, 8:13 a.m. That's what I just did, Julie. It's there.
bunch of titties. Jane's titties popped up. That's the first thing. The phone connects and boom, titties pop up. And she sends me a picture of
11.
the watch with the titties on them. She has since distributed those titties to 3 women. And one of those 3 women, Jennifer Altman, gave them to, and again, Jennifer Altman is just she's a friend of mine, but she got a big fucking mouth.
I
Everybody
am
knows
going
that,
to blind
okay?
spot.
And a lot of people don't like her. I like her. I don't care. Okay. I don't care that she did that. If you send sensitive shit to Jen Altman, you get what you fucking get, period.
Yeah, well, you
okay?
get there.
And so she sends this to Jen Altman, and Jen Altman has since sent it to Christy. And if you don't know Christy is a former anti-Karen Reed person. She was a Karen Reed person. Then she went to anti-Karen Reed, and then she came back to Karen Reed.
I don't know, Stacey.
Now she's just into online fucking insanity and spends all day talking about conspiracy theories. And she's right like 5% of the time. Like turns out she hates Meredith now. She was friends with Meredith. They trusted her. And then for some reason, all these people opened up the fucking Christie. And now Jane's titties are out there. Okay.
Now Jane's titties are out there floating about. Jane's titties are just out on the interwebs.
And so Jane's titties are off. That is such a Jane is a good friend of mine. I've known Jane for fucking years. I love Jane. She's my fucking dog, right? I've never fucked her, but I've thought about it a lot. Okay. And which has never happened. So anyway,
gee golly.
Jane feels violated because her titties are out there because of Meredith.
Get her one of those Velcro trees they have for the kids where they can put the Velcro ornaments on it. It is. Yeah, absolutely.
Meredith took a fucking picture of her titties and distributed them to multiple people. And then I talked to Jason Broyles about this today, who is her fucking simp for some reason. Shame on you, Jason.
Shame on you,
And Jason says, well, it's not her fault. Jen Altman gave him to Chrissy. Motherfucker, it's the
No, I
person
didn't
who
restart
took
it.
the picture and then sent them
Yeah,
to
this is
3
wild.
people who is to blame. Those titties were not for Meredith's consumption. They were for my.
Somebody said last time that these guys all just have like big sex parties. Like they're all just a bunch of swingers. And the more Turtle Boy here talks, it kind of seems a little truthful there.
Consumption and only mine. That's why she sent them to me and only fucking me.
Only
And
you.
Meredith is very lucky that Jane is a good fucking sport.
Screenshot it.
Because Jane could easily go to the police and have Meredith charged with revenge pornography. Because that's what she did. She committed the crime of revenge pornography by doing that. And I've told her this a million times. Have you apologized to Jane?
Have you apologized to Jane?
No. Instead, she has tormented Jane, as you're going to see. She has tormented Jane and Chelsea nonstop. Like the things that she has done to those 2 fucking women. And I see a lot of people online who are like fucking, oh, Chelsea's fucking instigate. No, Chelsea's a fucking victim. You don't know shit about what Meredith has done to Chelsea and Jane. And fucking Chelsea finally came forward and fucking stood up. So I didn't know she did this. And I'm driving there. She sends me this fucking video.
I don't know more.
Hold on, we got a response. I'm sorry. I said that and then just kept it moving. Really a swinger? No, definitely not. The swinger theory came out about the McAlberts, but everybody loves to twist everything. Yeah, we keep hearing a lot of, I mean, we've heard 4 different twists right now about Turtle Boy's teaching career. Your neighbor may have an air tag. That's what I figured. It might be a neighbor. I agree. Jealousy is the root to all evil. Last night, TV's Live brought it all together for me of just how crazy Meredith is. Highly recommend watching his part 3. The funniest thing about this is Blair whimpering about Turtle Boy's vulnerability. He's a sensitive guy. That they've seen officer. Oh, gee golly.
Say no. Well, it broke my heart into a million pieces. And
I sent out your titties.
I have so many questions.
So many questions.
Sexting somebody else like this the whole time we were together? Was the whole thing just a lie? Was any of it real?
No, I just wanted to see the titties. I like the titties.
Or was it just on our anniversary right before we had sex? Literally.
Okay, so remember, he's saying he just got a photo of titties. That's it. That's all. And he responded back, I'd like to decorate them. Okay. So now we're going to hear what she says about it, which is very different. And I notice he shuts it off at some point because it's so different.
When you were in bed next to me, that you were sending jerk off videos.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And so, first of all, I want to be very clear about this. Jane wants nothing to do with this. Jane has kissed Meredith's ass because she's frightened of her. She has, when Meredith's uncle died, she sent her, she came after Jane, fucking sent her angry messages, fuck you, you're blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I'm so sorry. Jane's like, I'm so sorry. I don't want that smoke. Because people are scared of Meredith because
he said they always sexted together. I thought Jane was TB. Thank you, Annette. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Jerk off videos, yes.
Is fuck you, you're best, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I'm so sorry. Jane's like, I'm so sorry. I don't want that smoke. Because people are scared.
Wait, hold on.
Meredith wants, and so.
Before we had sex, literally when you were in bed next to me, that you were sending jerk off videos.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
See, that's the thing, right? So she's like, it was our anniversary. You received these photos as we're laying in bed. We then have sex. This is all going through her head. I don't know if it's true or not. But as a woman, I can tell you how it would feel, right? So we have sex, and then I find out that, right prior to this, you're sending jerk off videos. Oh, boy.
And so,
This is
you
all
know,
on the internet, folks.
first of all, I want to be very clear about this. Jane wants nothing to do with this. Jane has kissed Meredith's ass because she's frightened of her.
Hey, Hellfire.
Like she has, like when Meredith's uncle died, she sent her, like she came after Jane, fucking sent her angry messages, like fuck you, you're best, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I'm so sorry. Jane's like, I'm so sorry, I don't want that smoke. Because people are scared of Meredith because she is perceived as the first lady, as like speaking for me, you know what I mean? And so she uses this bully pulpit, the TurtleBoy bully pulpit, to attack these women. Instead of, ladies, if your man, first of all, it's not cheating if you're on a break, but ladies, if your man cheats on you, which she claims I did, right? If your man cheat by getting titty pictures of me, if you
I don't know, their 5th breakup anniversary, Karma's Justice. Sounds like these people are just wild.
a man cheats on you, the appropriate person to be mad at, the only person to be mad at is your man. That's it.
Now, in this, normally I'd agree, but I disagree because in this case, this woman knew that these two were dating, right? If a woman knows that we're dating and she's still going after you, I'm going to be mad at both of you.
That's fucking it. The
Now, if
woman
it's a
did nothing
stranger?
wrong. Fuck that shit. It's not a woman's job. I don't care. If some woman wants to sleep with me and she's married, I'm going to fuck her. I don't care
It's true.
if she's hot. I don't care because that's not my problem. That's your problem. I'm not the bad guy. Your wife is. Talk to her. I don't know the intricacies of your relationship.
Right, Wandering Sub. If it's a strange woman that I don't know and we have no, we don't know each other and whatever, yeah, I'm mad at the man. But if it's somebody I know and I expect you to respect our relationship, yeah.
Okay? Your man is the fucking problem.
Dating isn't a relationship, right? But in this case, these are people that made plans to like have a whole future together. Like we're going to live together, we're going to have children, we're going to combine families. I know it was just jail talk to him, but you got to understand from her perspective, as crazy as it may be, she thought it was more. Where he did break up with her because she blocked him, and every time she didn't get away, she broke up with him. It did seem that way. I saw that. He would sleep with a man's wife and doesn't care. He did say that, yes, if she's hot.
So I get this fucking thing. I'm like, oh fuck.
Right,
I
that's
guess
how
I'll
I
just
feel.
turn around. And she's like, no, come. And I want to talk about this. So I get there. I'm talking. I assume we're going to talk about the end of the relationship for good now.
Right.
And she's like, you're never going to do it again, right? I'm like, what?
Huh?
We're staying you want to stay together? Yeah.
No, I like the way he said together. Pretty wild.
She wants, because she didn't want to give up being Mrs. TurtleBoy. That's what it comes down to. The prestige and the power that comes with being Mrs. TurtleBoy. And
See, y'all said that I said he was a celebrity, a D-list celebrity. He thinks that he has prestige and power and all these things. I wonder if this matter of fact, if he found out she was cheating on him with someone he knows. Right. I mean, cheating is cheating and cheating sucks. But to be fair, she knew that he used his platform to attack women and that he's a cheater. It was written and right there on his forehead. Jealous of his ex-wife, believe me, been there. My ex-girlfriend, she didn't like us talking. Now, he does get into how she tried to keep him from his kids. That's a lot. Prestige and power, baby. The first lady.
She was scared shitless of not being. What will the trolls say if I don't come to court with you? What will the trolls say? She was so concerned about what the fucking trolls would say. Didn't want to do this, Meredith. Didn't want to let the world know what you were like.
This is just going to be so embarrassing for you and me and her. And
I haven't even watched this whole thing ever. This is my first time watching.
You literally did exactly what all the trolls said you were going to do to me. What you promised you'd never do to me. You never hurt me like this. Sorry.
Now, all right, the whole video idea is a bit dramatic. Need to attack the other woman. I wouldn't be happy, but facts are facts. I'd be busy looking for a new place. Truly, have you? I did 2.5 years in Farmington. The feelings you get in jail are real because you're lonely. I haven't, but my partner has, and my ex-boyfriend at the time had. So I understand the whole idea behind jail talk and all of that. But it doesn't change the fact, and I'm sorry that you experienced 2.5 years that had to suck, but it doesn't change the fact that the person on the other end doesn't know that it's just quote unquote jail talk, right? It's not fair to be like, well, I was just doing jail talk and you're an idiot for believing it. That's not a fair statement to make.
Trying to compose my thoughts, but
I mean, this is sick. I don't want to say psychotic, right? But this is a level of crazy because you wrote down your thoughts and feelings on an iPad. He does speak about that here. You turn it on, you record yourself crying, scrolling through the iPad, going through this list, but then tell him to still come over to your house because you're going to stay with him anyway. It's almost like they enjoyed this whole like toxic, like, I don't want you, but I want you. Or, I mean, maybe the sex was great or something. I don't know, but I don't know what would keep somebody in this cycle, especially because he goes on to mention she has a teenage daughter. You know, he has little guys. Like, what is it that at that age you would want to stay in this environment where you're so unhappy that you're writing down fucking notes on an iPad, recording yourself crying to send off to the guy? It's bizarre to me. That's the only thing I could think of, right? Am I wrong for thinking that? Like, it has to be what it was, because I will never understand why they keep putting themselves in this position. Alcohol? I don't know if it's. Are they consistently drunk? I doubt it.
Or she wrote the thoughts down on the iPad.
Look at all of that. Look at all that writing on there. I like her nails, but all that writing on there is nutty. I think they both need therapy, to be honest, Juliet. Because they're paying attention. Yes, he loved her when he got out. But to be fair, because this is supposed to be unbiased, so I'm going to give from her perspective. You're saying when you're in jail, you get attached to people because they're paying attention to you. So yes, he loved her when he got out. She was different. Or is it that when he got out, he was different? Because when he's in, all he had was time and attention to give to her. When he gets out, he's being celebrated again. He's being surrounded and swooned by all these people and all the. So now it's no longer just him writing letters to her in jail. It's him trying to juggle her, his children, his ex-wife, his career. You know what I mean? His court shit. You know. So is it fair to say she was different, or were they both different? He was used by Meredith. I think they both used each other. He admits that he used her because he trauma bonded with her. So I think they both used each other.
Never watched this whole thing.
I mean, look at that note scrolling. Holy shit, girl.
Everyone thought you changed.
You right.
Everyone thought you were done.
You should have wrote that shit and then burned it. You should have never put it into a video. What is this?
With ratchets.
Everyone thought I was done with
And
ratchets.
you were sending jerk off videos to this ratchet while in a relationship with me. This person is literally the epitome of someone you write about.
See, and in the beginning, he said he simply got a photo, some titties, and said, I want to decorate them. She's saying you sent back a video of you jerking off. I think she has a right to be upset. But why be upset if you're going to stay?
She's really
How
not.
do you not see that?
She's actually
This
cool.
is so stupid of you, too. You're smarter than this. You know you have money now, and people can blackmail you with stuff like this.
Blackmail?
Why would you do it? Were you even thinking of me?
No, not at all.
No.
Now, the fact that she now brought up what the trolls think of him, are going to think of this, and that people can blackmail him with these videos, leads me to believe he's partially right, that she was more concerned about public perception than she was about them two as a couple. Because if my man's sending a jerkin video of himself to another woman, I'm not thinking, oh, what are the trolls going to say about it? Or, oh, they can blackmail you with it. And as a creator, we get blackmailed. You get people that sit there and act like they're your friends and blah, blah, blah. And you open up, you get vulnerable, and then that you upset them. And the next thing you know, everything's all over the internet, right? Like, it fucking happens. But that's her first two thoughts are the trolls and blackmail. bizarre. So maybe she was more intrigued with the position of being his girlfriend than anything else. I don't know.
You said you wanted a nice, normal, and successful person, and now you realized in
Yeah, you
yourself
will
that you
normal.
were good enough. So
Okay.
you
Yeah.
made me think I
Okay.
could
Yeah.
trust you.
Why did I do it? Because they were really nice tits. Okay. Because they were fucking fun. They looked like a great time. That's why I did it. Sue me. That's why. And I'm like, yeah, they're welcomed anytime.
So many people felt that way, but had to duck out because over dramatic and toxic people inserting themselves. A lot of them men that are impulsive, over emotional, and toxic. Would you believe how many people came into my comments like, who the F are you? And I'm like, who the F are you? They both need therapy. There's something very wrong with Meredith. I think they both need therapy. She thinks she's Jackie O. Blackmail angle is just a way for her to convince him not to do it anymore. Ooh, a manipulative like tactic to throw in. UA said he got a punchable face.
This woman for months. And like the other Jane kissed her ass because she don't want that smoke. She does not want to become fucking. She keeps a low profile for a fucking reason. She just thought she was sending me a couple titty pics, innocent, whatever. And now Meredith's up her ass. And one day in May,
but Jane's not innocently thinking she's just sending you titty pics. She's sending titty pics to a man she knows is in a relationship. Come on.
Jane wants to see if I'm doing okay. How you doing? Because she's friends with me.
Now this where it gets
Are
nuts.
you okay? And Meredith that day, coincidentally, sends her a fucking text message.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Saying, why are you still talking to Aiden? Something to that degree. Why are you still talking to Aiden? How the fuck did she know that? Because she's in my phone. That's how. And we're going to talk about that. How I know she's in my fucking phone. I got fucking proof of it. She's like, he doesn't have proof. Oh, I got fucking proof. I got all the fucking receipts. I'm coming with it tonight. I'm not the fucking wiretapper to get these either.
So she kept the Apple Watch and has access to all of his conversations. Now, somebody asked about the Karen Reed recording, if he brings that up. He does. Now, listen, I don't know how quick you all were, but I barely got through this first one, and he's already made a damn third. All right. I think it might be here, but I may be wrong, so let's see.
She has been secretly recording me, by the way. She is currently sharing wiretapped. Apparently, she's been recording our phone conversations. If you look at her Twitter right now, she is sharing phone calls that we've had. And she's apparently been recording all of our phone calls while participating in this whole thing about how bad wiretapping is. And she has some sort of image that says Watch Hill, Rhode Island, where Taylor, she's a Swiftie, which is where I think Taylor Swift has a house. So she is pretending that she was, I don't know what she thinks that proves. She is pretending to be in Rhode Island in order to make it seem like she didn't commit a felony against me. Again,
she's a Swiftie. All right. So here it is.
I want to avoid this happening here. I'd like to avoid this happening, but that means you need to do not hang up on me.
No, you just said you're going to do a show on me, so I'm hanging up on you.
No, if you hang up on me.
Fine, go ahead and do it. I'll prepare. You know what? I will go to Karen then. I am going to Karen because
if you hang up on me, I am going to post it up.
Fine.
Now, see, he says that she was blackmailing him. They were blackmailing each other. The fuck? If you hang up on me, I'm doing a show on you. I mean, this is nuts.
Go ahead, Aiden. I don't have to talk to you. You don't hold anything.
You've already gone to Karen. You've told her everything.
No, I haven't, but I'm going to.
I know that. I've talked to Joe. You want to avoid this happening there? I'd like to avoid this happening, but that means you need to do not hang up on me.
No, you just said you're going to do a show on me, so I'm hanging up on you.
No, if you hang up on me.
Fine, go ahead and do it. I'll prepare. You know what? I will go to Karen then. I am.
Ooh, child. All right.
Bullshit needs to end. I'm going to just say right here, let's start off right from the beginning, just so you know. She definitely got the go-ahead from this, because I don't really think anybody who really cares about Aiden is going to go and share shit unless it's like he's given the okay. Bullshit needs to end.
Okay. Interesting there. So that's the recording he's talking about. She says that I never want any of this be public or content. Lie, a timeline. I never want any of this to come out, except I actually mean that. It's embarrassing, it's trashy, and it's the opposite of how I want to present myself publicly. I stayed silent for months while lie after lie was spun about me behind the scenes because I didn't want to air private, messy moments from a relationship I genuinely cared about. I stayed silent out of fear because I was told no one would believe me because he would be blindly believed on his large platform. In one of our very last conversations before I blocked him everywhere mid-October, he threatened to do a show on me, contact my employer, and turn me into the next Lindsay. Why? Because I didn't want to continue apologizing to him for the 300th time about venting to someone I thought was a friend. I stayed silent because of these threats. But after Wednesday, after Chelsea posted the private video Aiden gave her, the same one he threatened me with directly back on 10/2, and after the gaslighting, I didn't have a choice anymore. So here's the timeline. Here are the receipts. All right. Never mind. We're not reading your long-winded time. Holy shit. Look at, bless her heart. Girl, she got time on her hands. Check this out. Check this out. I was reading this, right? I stop here. I mean, I would feel better if she said ChatGPT wrote this, but and yes, I know it's P, but we say B. All right, look at all of this. Who the fuck is reading all of this? Girl, please just get some therapy. Just get some therapy. None of this is worth it.
And you know,
Woo.
people are like, what do you care about a fucking wiretapping? Bro, you guys were the ones crying about wiretapping the whole time. She is literally fucking posting on Twitter now, wiretapped audio of me. I had no idea that she was recording any of these conversations. None. These were all recorded without my consent. And you can be like, well, TurtleBoy wiretap Karen Reed. Did I ever fucking play any sort of audio about Karen Reed? Ever? Did I post anything? Did you ever see me do that? No. She is doing that now. I had no idea that she did this. God knows what else she taped. God knows what else she taped. God knows what else she has on me. This is psychotic. You, if her parents are watching, if anyone who loves her is watching, she needs serious mental health treatment. And anyone standing by her at this point is not helping her. You might think you are because you don't like me, and that's fine. You don't have to like me, but she's sick. She's extremely fucking sick.
Yeah,
and she needs serious help and love. And she's not getting it from you. And I brought up like this Obach person today, whoever that is, somebody named Obach from Kentucky or something. She's on Twitter and lives in this online community. And she's like defending.
Can I just show you guys the immaturity at play here? So after all this comes out, listen, again, I don't know this woman. I just know what these two are saying. But after all this comes out, she makes a post for my haters. I mean, this is some immature shit. Good on you for feeling powerful and emboldened and, you know, not letting this fucking fold you, I guess. But at the same time, really? But why would he secretly record her? Well, that's what I was going to pull up. Good question. He brings it up. Let me pull it up. All right. So I think he brings it up here. I may be wrong, but let me see. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. Wrong one. All right. Meredith grab a seat. 2 days later, she's friends with Karen. All right. He brings up that he had like this weird fantasy with Karen.
Friendship with, but also like sometimes we fuck around and sext. She sends me a thing.
I know that's right. Hey,
she's like, oh, you should fuck Karen Reed. She says something of that nature. I go, oh, think I could? LOL. And I'm like, she's pretty hot. Pretty hot. She's like, oh, she definitely would, she says. And I say something to the effect of, oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, somebody did this for me. I'd suck their dick, you know? And then it goes on. Then we get a little more graphic in the messages. And we talk about like, ooh, what if Jane jumped in? What if Jane and Karen Reed were jumping in?
Thank you, Boston.
Fucked, you know, now I don't feel that way anymore about Karen Reed. I'm not, but this was new at the time. And it's also a private conversation. Okay.
We're not going to scroll over the part where he literally says, if somebody did this for me, I suck their dick. Like it's
also a private conversation where two, not meant for public consumption, where two people are just kind of fantasizing. Like I wasn't going to fuck Karen Reed, obviously. And Meredith reads this all, and she takes her phone out and she videos the whole conversation. And every time I have attempted to break up with Meredith O'Neill, she threatens to send that recording to Karen Reed. That's what I meant by blackmail earlier. And I've got receipts of this. I can show it all. We have so many screenshots. She has threatened every time. Fine. Maybe I'll send that to Karen Reed then and let her see what you think of her. What will Bill Reed, she asked me, what will Bill Reed think about what you said about his daughter? Huh? Yeah, you better not break up with me. Or else I'm going to send this right to Karen Reed. Okay. So now go ahead, send it, Meredith. Send it. I confess. I fantasized about a sexual situation with Karen Reed and a woman named Jane in May of 2023. Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged.
Can I also show you guys something? So he brings up that she keeps blackmailing him with this letter he wrote while he was in jail. So I noticed she has it posted over here because, of course, she was utilizing it. In this, it says, getting to know you these past 5 weeks. I don't know what the future holds for me and for us, but you make me so optimistic. This is where he talks about getting a divorce, being with her, blah, blah, blah. And he even says here, I always thought that after getting divorced, I would never date seriously again. I thought I would be content with my kids and being a playboy. But then I got to know you in here, and I realized that something has long been missing from my life, an emotional connection. He tells you right there, girl, it's been 5 weeks. This is him writing to Meredith. Yes. This is what remember when I said the jail talk, like she's holding on to it like it's all real? I didn't realize it said 5 weeks, and that he straight up says, I thought I'd be a playboy. I agree. This is disgusting. I don't know why either of them are participating in this. But this don't make her like, she's like trying to validate herself with these jail letters. No, sweetheart, they make you look crazy. Here's where he says, I would be proud to introduce you to my kids because I know you would impress them. And she banked on all of this being real. And this was, her go-to of like, but you said that this would be it. And it's like, I agree with what you're saying, Copa. I get how she could be confused by it or fall for it, but come on. It's right there. 5 weeks. I wanted to be a playboy. I don't know. I don't know.
You got me. You got me. Share it. Fucking share it. I've taken that power away from you now. You can't fucking threaten me with that anymore. So there you go. Anyway, Speaking of threesomes, what's
Thank God. Okay. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
All right, this is I want to make sure this is heard. This needs to be heard. First of all, how you doing?
Good. I loved your morning stream today, which she threatened me with.
Yeah, great. Okay, we got a part 2. I've been taking notes. I got something. Can I say a few things? Is that okay?
Yes, you can.
All right, okay. First of all, don't hide this shit from anyone else again. Okay.
So I guess somebody else on X is also saying she did the same thing to them. It's hard to read and I can't zoom in, but it says on May 25th and 26th, 2018. So this is the ex-husband. This is her ex. Miss O'Neill hacked into my Gmail and Verizon account and blocked my friend Emily's number. Miss O'Neill also created a new Snapchat screen name titled something, I can't say it, and sent a nude picture of myself she had previously came into possession of to myself as well as to Emily. Note on May 25th and 26th, 2018, I was in something, Massachusetts, and the IP address of my devices would route from a server in that area. Miss O'Neill's address is Boston, Massachusetts. Then she signed into my Gmail account using her iPhone 6. So the same thing she did to TurtleBoy, she did to this guy at some point. Oh, Lisa, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Thank you. That is wild. That is literally wild. So she's known to do things like that. She got him fired from a huge job opportunity in Australia by sending a picture to his company. Yep, we've heard. Matthias, getting close to people in the case, then going after them when they pull away as private citizens. Yeah, I don't agree with how he's handled the whole Karen Reed thing. But this, I mean, is kind of crazy. He released a restraining order in the third video. Well, I think it would do her well. And I know you're saying it in a more cruel way, but honestly, this woman needs some type of therapy. And I do worry what this publicity does to both of them, right? Like, obviously, he has way more support than she'll ever have. I feel bad that she found herself in this position, but holy shit, maybe she should have tapped out. I know the woman Chelsea posted things first, but girl, it would not have harmed you to say, yeah, I'm not going to participate in that. Because now look. I'm assuming this clip is part of the disgusting sexual analysts these sex repellent slugs had in the last hour of the show that everyone told me to avoid. And no, I still haven't watched it. Not because I'm afraid, because I'm carefully unraveling the lies brick by brick. None of it bothers me the way he hopes it will. Okay, she's enjoying this. Especially says most of it isn't even true. Hurt people try to hurt people. There is nothing less attractive than a man who has to lie about an ex to distract from his own mess. I was telling someone the other day who was worried I'd ever trust him again. Okay, ooh, gross. Especially a man who's been stupid enough to run back to Lindsay or surround himself with Timu Chelsea Circus. If he wanted to lie on me, I will never violate him the way he violated me. Here we go again with her novels. What do we got here? Okay, another jail letter. Girl, we get it. He loved you while he was in jail. We get it. We get it. He takes this all back. And I fell in love with you largely because of that. But now that I've held you, kissed you, slept with you, and made love to you, I realize I have to have you forever. Happy birthday, the first of many we will celebrate together. Look, he's a romantic at heart, right? He listed out the reasons he loves her. We get it. But it didn't work. I don't think you can hold over him the things he said in these moments. I mean, this is wild to me. But your optimism and reassurance I wasn't going back to jail. When we make love, I can't stop kissing you and looking into your eyes. Sex with you is more than just physically satisfying. You're not telling me what to do. Look, you give me the best advice because you care about me. I know that you always say that you're not telling me what to do, but the advice you give me is because you know the certain behavior and actions of mine would lead me to having the horrible feelings of anxiety again. getting buzzed and making you smile. I remember looking around the bar and realizing how lucky I was to be with the hottest girl there, but not just hot, caring, compassion. Okay. Fuck me in a skirt. Meet up later. Sorry, I was drunk. Not going to bother you again. You're not bothering me. How was the wedding? Where did you get that Cosgrove thing you posted on Twitter? Do you know? I don't get where you got it from. It's not on my docket or Karen's. Can you tell me? Is there a reason you can't tell me where you got that from? My lawyers haven't seen it and they're busy right now to look into it. How did you get it? If you don't want to help me at all, just say that. Okay, so she reaches out, trying to have sex with him, and then ignores him. Again, toxic. And then she, for some reason, has to post herself in the skirt. Yeah, maybe you're right. I just think the fact that he wrote out like all the reasons I love you could be romantic. Maybe he's manipulative. Maybe he knows what he's doing. But to hold it against him, girl, get a grip. And why post yourself in the skirt? This is wild. But, woo, child. She wants to change people. They don't change. She should know this at 35. Oh, there was one more part. Hold on. Because by the time I finish this, first response, his tell-all, he's had 2 more cents. And I have not listened to either of them. All right. Where is it? Hold on. Right here.
You just taking the kids away from her on the 4th now. So this was a thing. She did not like me being around my ex-wife. Did not like it at all. I remember having to lie to her about shit and being like, like on Sundays, if I want to watch NFL football, I'd rather do it at my ex-wife's house because she has NFL Red Zone that I still pay for. And I still pay for that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I don't have it here. And I love Red Zone. And so I just like to go there and hang out with my son and my daughter and just watch football all day. It's fun. But it's at my ex-wife's house. And so I found myself, she's like, where are you watching the game? Where are you watching? I'm like, oh, at my house. I wasn't. I was at my ex-wife's house. I'm like lying to her about shit.
He had a lie to her.
And I just like,
wow.
Why am I in this position? Why am I lying about shit? Because I knew it would upset her. My whole relationship was me trying not to upset her. And so I'm like, okay. And so she, on the 4th of July, when we went to my brother's place in Marlboro, she was like, is Julie going to be there? My ex-wife. And I'm like, no. But I think she was. I'm not sure. I'm like hiding it. Because she's going to.
Now, listen, I don't know how long they were dating at this time, but I will say this. If you're they've been together for 1.5 years, right? And you would expect if you're dating somebody and you're that close and you're trauma bonded, whatever, all the things they said, you do expect to spend holidays with them, right? I would expect to spend 4th of July with my boyfriend. Now, in this situation, they each have kids, they have families, whatever. But I don't think she's so wrong for how she felt. Because we don't know how deep they thought the relationships went. You know what I mean? In her mind, she thought they were going to have a baby together. They were going to get married. Matter of fact, she says as much. There's this whole thing about having a baby and I wanted a board and blah, blah, blah. Right here. I'll be honest, I find it admirable that he still has a decent relationship with his ex-wife. Yeah, I think I would respect that more. But because I think we're, just different people from what this lady is.
Drinking with a baby too while you're pregnant? It's not a good.
I'm not pregnant, but unfortunately for your friend Lindsay, he would actually have a baby. You wouldn't get an abortion because she's trash. We'd actually talk about it.
My eyes just got all around.
All right, so she's out somewhere. She's being haggled by these people that don't like him, and she's engaging. She's engaging. Now, look at his eyes there. That was actually kind of funny. They're not on the same page. Right, they're not. And she had huge expectations, though, because of the expectations he gave her. That's what I'm trying to say.
Unfortunately for your friend Lindsay, we would actually have a baby. We wouldn't get an abortion because she's trash. We'd actually talk about it.
We've actually talked about it, she says.
One more time.
Okay. Unfortunately for your friend Lindsay, we would actually have a baby. We wouldn't get an abortion because she's trash. We'd actually talk about it.
I wish you could have seen my face when that happened. I'm like, oh, no.
I know, Genevieve.
And I'm like, why would you say that? Why would you say to the world that we've talked about having a baby?
Right.
And that we wouldn't get why? Why do you need to say that? And that's when I'm like, oh my God, that was so cringe. I was like, oof. I was like, God, why do you need to say that? You don't have, and this is a big weakness Meredith has, like with Twitter trolls, she can't help herself.
She thrives in drama. You should have known that. Why do you think she was part of all of it to begin with? She likes the chaos. Let me find this part. My gosh, she says the word girlfriend 75 times. Okay. This part where she brings up about meeting the kids.
Sorry, you're really sorry. You're busy tweeting and ready for your show to give a fuck. I'm home and nearly.
Mark,
okay.
He brings it up that he didn't want to get a divorce.
Said you could come to the pool.
All right, you guys want the divorce topic first? All right, we'll go back to that. So what was that timestamp? 153. 153. Somebody remember that in the chat. Okay. So he told her he was going to get divorced and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to be together and all that.
Troll says, and gets so upset about it. And she's like, why aren't you divorced yet? Why aren't you doing the divorce yet?
Thank you.
Why aren't you getting divorced yet? Why isn't, I'm like, because I got a lot to do. And quite frankly, I didn't want to get divorced. Dave Portnoy never got divorced from his fucking wife. You know that? Because they're cool. And what the fuck's the point? You know? I almost regret getting divorced because
so he is divorced, but he didn't want to get divorced.
You know why you get divorced? Because you want to fucking move, you want to marry someone else. I don't ever want to marry anyone. I don't even ever want to have a girlfriend again. But so you can just be legally separated. And that's what I should have fucking done in hindsight. But she kept pressuring me. Why aren't you getting, and she would send me shit like this about the divorce. Oh, the trolls are saying that we're not divorced yet. And you're embarrassing me. Why, when are you going to get this? Okay. You know? And then about untagging, like I tagged you and what'd she say here? And she's like, why did you untag yourself in something? I'm probably deleting Twitter again so your family can't monitor me. Well, you blocked them all anyway. I'm like, did you hang up on me? You were fucking not listening to me and talking over me to someone else. Meanwhile, I paused my workout, moved under a tree. Okay, well, I go,
Now listen, how long were they dating before she wanted him to get that divorce that he said he was going to get? Because he does say over here, I'm going to get divorced. And we're going to be together and blah, blah, blah. Again, jail talk, but nonetheless. Do, do, do. All right. This is the meeting the kids part. It just seems like their relationship was such a wrecking ball, right? Because they met while they were in jail. He comes out, and in jail, he had all these plans and fantasies. He loved her. He was emotionally connected. He comes out and he realizes, shit, I got a million things going on and I can no longer prioritize her. She couldn't accept that he could no longer prioritize her. She wanted to live by the jail fantasies. Coming from a man, ask myself, no woman that I just met in jail is going to make me get a divorce. TB has his own derangement syndrome himself. Yeah, they're both toxic. It was a match made in hell.
she had a whole plan that, like, okay, when the fall comes, we need to do fall stuff together with the kids. I need to meet the kids by a certain date. She gave me a deadline, and when
She's definitely your typical pumpkin spice bitch. Let me tell you.
I had to introduce her to the kids
Fridays.
by. Let me see. Where's the July?
Thank you, Karma.
All right.
Juliet.
Yeah, this is taking longer than I thought. Holy shit. It was a lot. I put this all together, this whole presentation. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, Amy, that's interesting.
Oh, she got really mad about the cannonball contest. So I tell her that I'm doing I've been asked, since I'm a local celebrity in Holden, by the local Parks and Recreation Committee to do to judge a cannonball contest.
This man is very confident in himself, isn't he? Prestige and powerful, local celebrity.
What's this?
So she wanted to come to the cannonball, blah, blah, blah.
Something like that, I forget. Because she had plans. She wanted to meet the kids. She thought she was gonna meet the kids by June. That wasn't happening. Because I talked to them. I'm like, I'm not even divorced yet. I'm like, the kids are 7 and 9 at the time. And I'm like, or I think my son may have still been 6. Yeah, still 6. And I'm like, I remember asking him one time, because she kept pushing it. When do I get to meet them? When do I get to meet them? And I'm like, I go, what did you guys think if, like, daddy had, like, a girlfriend? Well, what would you think of that? And they looked at me and they were like, what? And my son's like, what about mommy? I'm like, I told you, I live differently from mommy now. And it was just such a foreign concept to them. And I regret even asking them that question, because they weren't, when I asked them that and I saw their answer, I'm like, bro, they ain't ready. They are not.
Can I tell you, as a mother, as a single mother, I would respect that so much more. Like, I would be grateful that a man is that much more concerned with his children and the certainty of a relationship to introduce them, especially when all they've ever known is mommy and daddy together. And the fact that she took that as such a slight against her, like, she wanted that fast pace. She wanted that she wanted to be married. She wanted that happily ever after.
And I made a judgment call as a father, and I'm like, they're not ready for this shit. Okay. And so she had demands. She wanted to meet the kids by late July, and we were planning to go to the Cape in late August, and she expected them to come with us, and she was going to be the stepmom. And, the love, I don't even know. I think we were going to introduce her as a friend first.
That's wild.
And kind of get into that. And, that was the plan.
Right.
And then by the fall comes, she's like, I expect to come to the soccer games.
Yep.
And do apple picking and all that shit. I expect that. And I'm like, that's too fast. This is not a good idea. Okay. This is just too fast. She didn't like that. So I told her about the cannonball contest. The fact that you nonchalantly announce the cannonball contest that I'm not invited to tells me you have no intention of changing the fact. You just said a couple months just tells me you were flat out lying Saturday. Please respect my right to move on. I'm like, and I'm an idiot. I chase. I'm like, please answer the phone. No, I will not continue to give everything I have to someone who doesn't give me an inch. I go, well, I wasn't lying at all Saturday. Nothing's changed.
And listen, I get a lot of people don't like him, and she does. She has a teenager, and I don't care if you like him or not. You get this man that is facing all this time in jail. His mother dies. He has all this attention with this show. He has the divorce. He has to reunite with his kids after being in jail. Okay, it's a lot of adjustment. Dang, blind spot. That is wild. I respect where you're coming from with that situation.
I'm going as fast as I can with the divorce, and I have every introducing my children. Eventually, you should respect that. I respect it, but I don't have to like being a side person and waiting 2 more months. She could not wait 2 more months. I'm like, maybe by September. No, she wasn't going to wait. Okay. And then, so you want to keep me away from the pool to appease your ex-wife. Your choice, not mine. Because, bro, my wife read her probate court, her restraining order documents, which are out there, thanks to Courtney and Tina. And they're bad. We haven't even gotten to them from the last ex-boyfriend. They're really bad. And my ex-wife read those and she's like, fuck no. No. Fuck no. She is not going to be around the kids.
And thank goodness his wife felt that way. Because look what happened. No, I agree. I'm with you. I think that he absolutely played a huge role in how she felt. I am not taking that away at all. I absolutely believe that he gave her this fantasy tale. I think these two, like I said, were so extremely trauma bonded. They felt they were so emotionally connected that they wanted to fast forward everything in a very immature way. Fuck
no. And again, my wife's seeing this shit on Twitter and she's seeing how out there she is. And then she was like, no.
Exactly, Sasha.
And I'm like, you got a happy ex-wife, happy life. And so I'm like, my relationship with Meredith made my relationship with my ex-wife worse. And ever since I got rid of Meredith, I get along so much better with her. Life is so much fucking easier. Okay. And my ex-wife was right. She should not meet my fucking kids.
Yeah.
Because she's immature and not a good fucking influence. She insisted she was, but she's not, clearly, as you've seen from her online behavior in the last week.
Right,
okay?
Maggie. I mean, come on.
She goes, I asked if you were going to come back on it tomorrow like you did and could confirm. I go, sure, Meredith, you can come to the cannonball contest. You can. So if I agree to go to the pool, you'll come to court. Because I had a court hearing coming up. And I'm like, again, that was the emotional bond. She's like, I'm not going to go to your next court hearing. And I couldn't imagine not going to court with Meredith.
See, and he used her as much as she knew how to manipulate him. Where's the part about moving in? I was kind of shocked when he said this. I'd be embarrassed if I was her, that somebody put this on the internet. Hold on. So we're going to get this big house together, and Meredith is a president of a company. Hold on. This part here.
Okay. And then she was real concerned about this. Her daughter heard us arguing. Okay, your stuff is in the hall. And then she sends me like this Holden in early July. She wanted me to like get childcare before school so that I could stay at her house when the school year starts. She's like, well, when the school year starts, how are you just going to stay on the weekends? Am I just going to be a Friday night fling? I'm like, why don't you get childcare? And then instead of having to put him on the bus, I'm like, so she sends me this from like my kid's school. She's researching it.
I wish I knew how long they were together at this point though, right? Like, were you together for 3 months? Was it 5 months? Was it a year? How long were you together?
I'm disappearing. Again, it was just not a good time to be in a relationship. Bottom line, clearly. But you're in jail. Everything sounds like a great idea. Clearly it wasn't. Okay. And then I'm like telling her this. I'm like, I go, how's your day going? The day before my mom's buried. Good. Just got back from dinner, meeting my friend for a drink now. And I send her videos of me and my daughter doing some flips at the lake. Okay. And she didn't like that. I don't know if these are out of order. No, wrong one. Okay, I go, I've been swimming all day. My son jumped off the dock and swam for the first time. My daughter is doing synchronized flips with me. And does she say anything like, oh, that's so cool?
How long were they together at this point, Blind Spot? How far into the relationship is she saying things about, hey, get the kids after school, blah, blah, blah. Let's move together. I mean, a year and a half. You don't, even when dating somebody, you should wait at least a year before making any solid plans because you don't really know somebody after a few months.
So nice that you're spending time with them. Remember when you were in jail and you were like away from them? That must feel really good that you would get to spend time with your kids. That must feel really good. Nope. You're still
4
there?
months. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I thought your son goes to sleep at 7:30.
Thank you, Tara.
I go, he's extending himself for the summer. Nice. Are the kids staying at your house? No, I have to drop them off. I'll be home soon. Okay. So this is like what, that was the week my mom died. So you guys get the point there. That's that.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to see that message.
That was the week my mom died. So you guys.
I'm sorry you think I'm a liar. Here's some truth, Meredith. I'm extremely depressed and I've experienced trauma in the last 9 months that would break any normal person. My mom died 6 days ago, and I'm so incredibly sad from that. I cry and then I stop because I don't have time to cry because of all the other insanity going on in my life. I'm so stressed from my family. I'm so stressed from Julie. I'm so stressed from Give, Send, Go, Kate, Peter, Lindsay, Brian, Totally Great, and the plethora of other people who will never relent and let me have a second to breathe. Now, I'm not facing jail time, right? I'm in active litigation. I'm in 3 active fucking litigations. One where I'm accused of RICO, one where I'm defending myself against defamation, and one where it's so irrelevant, doesn't even matter. But the stress of those is something I don't even think people will ever understand. It is the most lingering over your head all the time. It's a weight on your shoulders. It fucking sucks. I could not even fathom if I was in his position where I'm facing jail time on top of all of that too. So, I don't think he's exaggerating at all when he says like that these past few months would break anybody. On top of that, his mom dies. I mean, it's a lot, man. I couldn't imagine. I could not fucking imagine. I'm stressed that after 15 months of dedicating my life to the Reed case, none of my work was validated with the verdict, and now we have to do it all over again. I'm stressed that every time my name is mentioned, it's in the context of being an alleged felon. I'm stressed that Karen has basically abandoned me after everything I did for her, and at the end of this, I'll be left with the mountain legal bills and nothing more. I'm stressed that Turtle was murdered on my parents, and you can't see the rest. I agree with him. I think it's extremely stressful. I sound like the plug. Listen, I'm still trying to figure out which level of the RICO I'm at. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but it gets watered down. I don't think people understand it, man. It's you can feel the stress. Like, for example, right? I always find out shit about litigation on a Friday. Guess what? My whole weekend's ruined. Saturday, my attorney called me with an update about the defamation. I didn't even want to pick up the phone because I knew that was going to ruin the last holiday weekend I had with both my kids together before one goes back to college. Like, it just, you're tired of your days being ruined. And I just, again, I'm not even looking at jail time and it's this stressful. So I just couldn't imagine. Sure, he did, right? Truck you, but it doesn't change the fact that it's something he still has to go through and it's expensive. And luckily, he has a much larger support base and is financially being supported in much more ways than I am. So that's a lesser burden. But the jail time part of it is just something matter of fact, sometimes I tell myself, hell, at least you're not looking at jail time, right? Like, at least at the end of this, the most I'm looking at is what? I'm winning 2. One's in the air. I'm not looking at jail time. So I have to keep reminding myself that to make it less stressful than it is. But it's fucking stressful. It's insanely stressful.
Get the point there. That's that. All right. So then we get.
Now I want to get to the part where he brings up moving in together and the way Her daughter is. She's just like weird. She's not connecting with her daughter, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Here it is. This part. I was like, this is some shit right here.
I've heard good things. And it's like, well, she was going, I'm like, what about your kid? So you're going to move your kid to Holden next year when she's going to be a sophomore? And it was like, I'm like, she wanted to like get a house together with them. And I'm like, no, because Meredith's daughter swears at her a lot. Like I would remember like waking up in the morning and her telling, like her screaming at her mother, Meredith, being like, she called her girl, like, get the fuck out of here, girl. Fuck you, girl. Like swearing at that. And I'm like, no. I told Meredith, why do you let her talk to you like that?
And you don't respect me. Blank is not going to transfer high schools after 2 years of high school. 1 was a lot, but definitely not 2. You have no respect for me or my family. You don't consider me. I'm done giving everything to you in this relationship. I know it's hard on Blank. I didn't say I wasn't open to getting a house with you next year. I never said that. Girl, you didn't even meet his kids yet, and you think you're going to move in together? Holy shit. Let it go. At what point do you just say, like, yeah, this relationship's not working out? Hey, Bueller.
And I'm like, I can't subject my kids to that. My kids can't hear that. You know, like we can't live together. No.
But you didn't say any of that to her. He should have just said to her, like, listen, your kids has a very disrespectful mouth that I don't want exposed to, whatever. Now he's saying it publicly for everybody else.
I can't do that. And so she's like, no, we need to move. We need to buy a house together by next year because, she's not going to transfer high school after 2 years. 1 was a lot, but definitely not 2. So she can move there as a sophomore, but not as a junior. So we got to speed this thing up and, buy a fucking $800,000 piece of property together. Yeah, that's what I need right now. That's definitely what I need fucking in my life.
I'm not ashamed of you at all. I want to be with you. Everything I'm doing for the well-being of my children. Great. And I've seen a ton of websites that will give you different numbers of months. Great. You're throwing this in my face to back I'm not doing next Saturday. Fine. You win. Good luck today. Holy shit.
Anyway.
Bunny boiler shit.
Blah, blah, blah. Then she'd send me shit like this, videos of herself crying.
Oh my God. Aiden, well, you clearly weren't planning to call me. I've been crying all night, need to go to bed. I don't think it's fair for Blank to make you feel guilty when she asked you to watch them on a whim last minute. She rarely even lets you see both kids, always just Blank, unless she goes to Gillette. You were with them all weekend, all afternoon, and night today. Oh my God, so she's pissed that he didn't ditch his kids to go spend a night with her? Oh, bless it.
You clearly weren't planning to call me. I've been crying all night. I need to go to bed. I don't think it's fair to make you feel guilty when she asks you to watch them on a whim. She rarely even...
Excuse me, men don't babysit their kids. They don't watch their kids. I hate when I hear a man say, I'm babysitting, and it's like, you're babysitting your own damn kids? Okay.
Unless you see both kids, okay, blah, 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 okay. And it's just constantly trying to start shit with my wife, man.
No, I will give everything I have to someone else.
Kids, okay, blah, 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 okay.
I will not continue to give everything I have to someone who doesn't give me an inch. Please respect that. I wasn't lying at all Saturday. Nothing has changed. I'm going as fast as I can with the divorce and have every intention of introducing to my children. You should respect that.
And it's just constantly trying to start shit with my wife, man. And I don't like it.
Gee, golly.
Because I don't always get along.
Because you want to keep me away from the pool, initiate what you've been made to deal with. Great. Yeah. Anyone I've ever dated post-divorce get a lecture about how my kids will always come first. So no drama on that will be allowed. It sounds like he told her the same thing, but she wanted what was sold to her while he was in jail. Listen, honestly, I feel bad for both of them, but the person I feel really bad for are the children involved in this mess. This is a shame. She goes in this whole debacle about how she's the reason that he even has Elf on the Shelf, and she was thinking, oh, I hope he doesn't forget to bring out the elf and blah, blah, blah. And oh my goodness. She says that he's lying because she has messages from him saying, you've always encouraged me to put my kids first. So no, I was not trying to take him away from his kids. Many times on top of girlfriend, I served as somewhat of a secretary. I constantly reminded him to plan ahead, activities, planning when he'd have them sleep over, to be courteous to his ex. You thought you were his secretary is what it was. She like took on this position of his caretaker, but wanted to be cared for. This shit's messy. It's a shame, but it's interesting. Did I get frustrated at times that we weren't moving things forward in a relationship? Yes. What I got frustrated about was him not wanting to take the next step in our relationship, especially if they're making long-term promises to me both early on and long after he was out of jail. Wanting to blend our family someday, wanting stability, wanting clarity about the future. That's normal in any serious relationship. That's where you're missing. That's what makes the relationship serious. You guys weren't serious. And yes, many times I thought about walking away and tried to when I wasn't happy with the pace, but that usually led to a million calls and more false promises. I own that part of it. I should have walked away. You know what I think? My frustration was about us, our future, and the broken promises, never about them. I've never blamed, resented, or punished his kids for anything, and I never would. For every text he may have shown where I was annoyed and not taking the next step, I likely have at least as many of him saying how much he wanted me to meet them and move forward, depend on the day. I'm not stooping to his level. Text messages tit for tat. This is trivial. But you kind of are. I think they were both just extremely toxic. I think it's unfortunate that this played out once again for the internet. Both of them, though, Young. I know how you feel about TurtleBoy, but think about it. He has that whole mess out there about him and Lindsay and all of that. And the fact that he, cheated on his wife with her, whatever. And now he has the mess of this. She has the mess of what she did with her ex. And now what happened with him. I hope whoever dates either of them next takes a quick Google trip. 35 is what I saw. I had enough of this, though, because, oh, Lisa, thank you for sending to my Give Send Go. I just got the email. Thank you so much. That is all we have. Holy shit. I think the babysitter's young or something, he said. He meets his kids at the bus stop and they toss football. He's always doing things with them. Yeah. He seems like he's involved as a father. But I'm over all of that. She doesn't look too good at the end of all of this. No, she definitely gives off a very immature vibe. I think it would serve her well to get off X and maybe get some counseling. And I'm not saying that, like, I'm not going to say she's psychotic or anything, because I don't think she is. But I do think that she needs some deep therapy to heal herself from whatever makes her go this way in these relationships. And he needs to just stay single and figure out what he's doing next. Because this was crazy. But he did 2 more shows after that one. Wildly enough, there's more, folks. That's what I see too. Which is wild because she does have a very successful career. She is a very beautiful woman. She just needs more confidence. And I don't think she was confident enough to deal with somebody with his big of a personality. I think when he was in jail, it was just him and her in her world. And when he came out, she was no longer prioritized. And I think she couldn't really handle that transition very well. And I did see the text where she would try to leave and he would beg her to stay, and then he would try to leave, and she'd beg him to stay. And, you know, it was a very toxic duo. That's a shame that it ended up on the internet now for all of us to judge and see for forever, because the internet is forever. Yeah, I get it. It's clearly what we saw here. But I am going to end this one here because my fried pies? The hell's a fried pie? Didn't Turtle Turd allegedly use a photo of his littles in a tub to try and set someone up? I think I heard something about that before. Michigan wifey. He certainly got what he wanted. He is very confident in himself. Very confident. He says she wanted to be the first lady because it came with power and prestige. Very interesting statement. Thank you, Fandus, and I appreciate you. I'm going to do some of my running about, and then I'm going to come back live about the things I've been hearing, the things I haven't acknowledged, and get that all off my chest once and for all, because it is weighing me down and it's annoying, and I'd like to move past. Paul O'Keefe and showing photos of him shirtless have anything to do with corruption in Massachusetts. Like, please spare me. He's an insult to all the activists he attacked for years. Fried pies are good. You ain't never heard of fried. Oh, I have actually. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to check with my neighbor first, Feisty. Thank you, Ronnie. It's going to be snowy tomorrow. It's going to be like 20 degrees and snowy. I didn't even have my current husband meet my kids till we were dating almost a whole ass year. That's how it should be, a year. See, I don't know all of his history. That's wild. I don't know, because I was thinking maybe today, Michigan wifey, but I could save it for the AM. I have to get back on track. I fell out the algorithm by not going live for so long, which is why your thumbs up helps me here today. So if you haven't, will you please take a moment to hit the thumbs up? Not going live every day and not going live for a week definitely threw me out the algorithm off balance. So I'm trying to get back to the, routine of things and everyday live. I might even start going live several times just until I'm back in the algorithm, because it sucks. And I appreciate you all coming in for this topic today. Again, I know it's not what we're used to. It's not what we are all currently dived into over here, but it's something new. It's something interesting to me anyhow. I am very interested in TurtleBoy's fight for free speech, whether you agree with that or not. It's not, I don't care how you feel personally about it, but I do think it is a matter of free speech. And I recognize he's done things wrong too. I'm not saying he's a perfect guy, but I can relate to the whole aspect of being thrown in a courtroom. So it is what it is. Don't be mad at me. Hey, Leo. Hey, sip it, please. Oh, thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. Thank you for telling me how to check my device, too. All right, my friends, if you haven't, please consider hitting the thumbs up, and I will try to pop on in a little bit. If not, definitely tomorrow morning. And I will see you all there, hopefully. It's not free speech, trespass, and assault people. Right, that's what I mean. I know there's more to it. For free, but coming back to this live later and put a final comment on it. Yeah, absolutely, Karma. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's true. If you guys exit out, turn back in, and leave a comment, it does help. I wanted to email you, but no, you can email me. Just sometimes I'm really delayed on looking at them or getting back to them, but I will get back to them, I promise. I now have to call and see what's going on in Oklahoma. So, man, I have to prep myself to even speak about litigation. You guys ever have to do that where you're like, oh, I really need to make this call, but I don't want to? Ugh, I hate it. Thank you, Blind Spot. Thank you for coming back. Oh, thank you, y'all, nanas. I appreciate that. I'll keep a lookout, Lisa. We need a pre-birthday stream. I'm pretty lame. My birthdays are lame. Although they did open, I'll show you guys really quick. Although most people left. They opened up this thing near me. It's a Netflix house. So it's based on Stranger Things, Wednesday, One Piece, which I loved. Whatever this wolf thing is. Play through the plot. You play through like Netflix series. They have like the big One Piece room. They have this whole thing for Wednesday. They have a movie theater. They have a Squid Game. I don't see the Squid Game thing up here. Escape rooms, all types of like cool stuff. If I could find where is it? I don't know where to find the photos of it, but they have the Stranger Things and you're in like their house. Demogorgons. Stranger Things was fantastic. Oh, and when you do Squid Games, you have to like play the games like they do in the series. The Floor is Lava. Wednesday. One Piece. I loved One Piece. Anyway, yeah, it looks really cool. So I was thinking about, although it's going to be freezing, this is where I may want to go. I can't find the Squid Games. Oh, here it comes. Nope. That was it. I don't know why it's not showing it. But anyway, it's like the whole like the set of Stranger Things and all. Like you're in the clubhouse, the rooms. It's really cool. I know. Can you imagine? Free speech, like saying she is for safety for stalking victims. Really? Fine. All right. You got me. I'll do a deeper dive, Young Black, because I respect you. I'll do a deeper dive. Oh, and by the way, if any of you see or hear, so never mind. I'll bring it up on my next stream. Almost got me there. Attack on Titan. I don't know what that one is. To watch the new Philly mob documentary. Bless it. All right, guys. I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit the thumbs up and hopefully see you either later on or tomorrow AM. Thank you for being here. Bye.